These are the new lentil press tools that I just finished making. The heads are interchangeable, so at this point I only have one size. They're 1 3/8 in diameter, but I plan to expand that line, and I will be offering different sizes and shapes on the heads. So when you get these, what you'll need to do is attach it to the handle and tighten up the mold with the nut. And then the other thing you'll have to do is make sure that the discs line up correctly. So keeping one of them a little loose, I will rotate the disc until they come together evenly, and then tighten up the nut on it. So when they come together, you can see they come together very cleanly. And I'm making these in 3 colors. You can see the yellow, the blue, and the red, so they're easy to find in your glass. The handles are made with Caribbean rosewood. The paint has been powder coated, so they're very strong, very durable, and they don't chip easily, so they should last for a long time. So the first thing you need to do to make your lentil shaped bead is to make the appropriate size bead for mashing, and this particular mold is 1 3/8 inch in diameter, so the length of this bead is slightly less than that, about 1 1/4 inches long, and it's about 7/8 of an inch wide. So that way when I press with the mold, the glass will fill the cavity out, and I will end up with a nice round shaped bead. If the shape of the bead isn't correct, when you mash, it won't fill the mold out evenly, and you will not end up with a round lentil shape. After you have the bead shaped and everything, now I need to get this bead warmed up. My goal is to get this thing evenly heated throughout the bead, so when I mash it, everything gets pushed out evenly. So what I'm doing is I'm watching the color of the bead change to red as it starts warming up. And what my goal is to have that red glow be an even tone of red throughout the bead. I'm being a little careful because I don't want the ends to get too soft, or else the pucker will come undone. And it's getting really close here. So I'm going to do a final heat toward the ends, and then take it out of the flame and start the pressing with the lentil press. So I do an initial press a little bit, then I'll rotate the bead, press a little more, rotate it back, press a little more, and then take a look at the shape and see how it worked. As you can see, it's turned out, nice and round. Now sometimes what I will do is, for the final pressing, I will rotate the whole bead in the mandrel, so I'm looking at it from the end of the mandrel, so I can see the profile of the shape of the bead, and do the final pressing until I get the profile the way I like it. So after pressing, what you end up with are these chill marks, which have to be melted out. So just very carefully come back in the flame and heat up the glass until the chill marks get melted down. Also at this point, if it needs it, you can come in with your marver and kind of refine the shape a little bit if the curve isn't to your liking. And so after melting all of it in, you can see you have a nice round shape in the lentil shape, and the profile of it has a nice curvature to it. And then I warm it up and put it in the kiln.